In this video, you're gonna learn how to scale a fashion brand in 2024 with wholesale and retail. This is the story of Capittana, one of the most known swimwear brands in Latin America and now selling in the US. They grew a massive community on social media, and in this video, I sit down with Stefano, the co-founder of Capittana, who reveals the secrets behind scaling a swimwear brand using wholesale and retail tactics, alongside some e-commerce fundamentals. Stefano created Capittana alongside his sister Rafaela, who is the genius behind Capittana's design. Stefano handles all the business side of things, while Rafaela handles all the product development side of the business. Today, Stefano talks about how to build a community, hire creators to shoot quality content in exchange for products, get great deals at department stores and retail stores, and much more. Wholesale and retail are insane growth levers for your e-commerce brand. And if you want to scale your brand this year, this is a must-watch. Having said that, let's jump straight into the video.
So thanks for meeting me today, Miguel. I'm Stefano Raffo. I'm co-founder of Capittana with my sister Rafaela. Capittana is lifestyle brand. The word Capittana means female captain in Spanish, because we empower women through all the life cycle of the product. Okay, we import the fabrics from sustainable factories in Brazil, Colombia, Spain, and Italy. Some of it we use it in Peru. These factories are sustainable because they recycle the water. The textile industry is one of the industries that that has the bigger effect in global warming, actually. Then these factories use solar panels to boost energy, and they have tree plantations to minimize their carbon output. So once we receive the fabric in Peru, it's handmade by single mothers, and the details in the pieces are done by local artisans. So at the end of the day, more than selling a product, we sell a piece of art and soul of all the women involved. We started with 3 stores in Peru, 2 flagships and 1 boutique. And now we sell to over 12 countries, being the US the most important market for us. It's now like 50% of total sales. In the States, Miami specifically, we have a warehouse where we use to deliver all our e-commerce, wholesale, and drop shipping orders.
Right.
The biggest retailers we work with is Bloomingdale's, Revolve, Anthropology, Free People, Intermix. So I think wholesale has been growing constantly. And reason why I'm currently in Miami right now, we're moving to a bigger warehouse where we not only want to like cover like the fulfillment part, but also like make like a little showroom so we can have also B2C sales there. So if someone doesn't know Capittana, if someone wants to feel Capittana, if someone wants to really know what we're up to, they can go to this place, try it on, and then of course the second and third sale is going to be online, no?
I think Capittana is a really special brand in a way that when I saw Capittana, it had like multiple things that not a lot of brands have. Now, the content was the first one. It seems like Capittana has everything figured out when it comes to content. Community's there, followers are there, the quality is there, the influencers are there, creators are there. How did that happen?
I think Capittana is a love brand. Women around the world can relate directly with Capittana, being like the Capittana of your life. These independent women, self-sufficient, that can thrive by themselves. So like generating all this positive movement towards that. I think, we have actually great content, not only done by us, but mainly by our clients. Right. So every day you can go to Capittana's feed and you can see that every day, like clients all over the world tag the brand, you know? So that's super like nice. That says we are doing our mission right. And regarding content, I think Rafaela, which actually is the genius behind the brand, like Rafaela is this superstar in design, her taste, everything. I love her, you know. Yeah. I handle all the business and more like nasty part of the business, you know. But Rafaela is a firm believer about content. So basically, if you have a good product and good content, it's super hard. You're gonna get it wrong. Actually, we don't invest in marketing. You've seen, I think, our ad spend. We do invest in photo shoots, which is content, and in gifting. So we basically gift Capittana to people that actually want to wear it. We don't pay an influencer to wear Capittana. So basically, if you want to wear a Capittana and you wanna have it, and if you want to take a picture with it, I'll give it for free.
I feel like it's a lot more authentic. The content itself is a lot higher quality when people want to wear it than when it's forced. You can kind of see when you're gifting products to several creators, several influencers, the ads won't work as good.
You can see it in their face.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. And, you know, I've worked with numerous brands already where you're kind of forcing the exposure. You're forcing, you know, you send them the products, but they don't genuinely like it. You can see it, and you're going to see the results as well. Like when you're running ads that, you know, are done by a creator that doesn't really vibe with your products, they don't really sell too much. You know, maybe you can kind of pull it off if you have a really, really good strategy behind it. And if this creator can really fake it, maybe you can pull it off. Okay. But having a genuine community and genuine and authentic content like Capittana has, to me, is one of the best things you have.
And like a loyal community, you know?
Loyal. It's so crazy. There's like, if you go to Capittana right now on Instagram, you're going to be able to see 3 to 5 posts at least per day on the tagged section. That, and without running ads, that is the craziest part to me, is you're not running ads. And you're able to get 350,000 followers, 4,000 likes per you know, post. That is not usual at all, right? I don't like, why don't we talk about that? You know, how did that start? How did that happen?
I think, well, we founded the company 9 years ago in 2014. It was actually, it had another name before. We used to call it a sereia, which is like mermaid in Portuguese. And actually we got a notification from a Colombian company that they had the name and that we had to desist. So it was a drawback. We had like a lot of things set up. We did a brainstorm. I sit with Rafaela, and we love the beach. We love boats. And in our beach town in Lima called Ancon, there was this yacht called Capittana with 1 T.
Okay.
And we thought about it, and we really liked it. We thought about making a very nice product for a woman to feel comfortable with. We thought about women empowerment, and we decided, okay, let's go for Capittana with 2 T's to make it even more powerful. And I think it was like an organic snowball about starting small, first in Lima. Then we started going to trade shows in Miami, and we've been consistently going and delivering for trade shows. Wow. So the key is to show consistency, okay? When you show consistency is the only time when big retailers are gonna bet for your brand. Bet for your brand, I mean, for them to take you in, it's a long and costly process. Right. Because they're really like, we're betting in this brand, they're gonna do the onboarding. If we also have an offline space, we're gonna give them a physical space. So it's like, so they wanna go year after year, seeing you in the trade show, and oh, it's Capittana again. They have delivered. The next year, it's Capittana again. They have delivered. So to get into the main retailers, from the first meeting to the meeting they actually said we're taking you on board, approximately like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, insane.
Really?
So it's been hard, but I think persistence, believing in your product, trying like to transmit what you think about your product to the others. I think that has been vital. No?
Yeah, I feel like retail, wholesale, even the type of drop shipping you're doing, which is not the usual drop ship, is like a drop ship towards wholesale, right?
Exactly.
That is like a slow and steady race where you're building year after year, right? It will grow linear.
Exactly.
Whereas e-commerce direct to consumer, in 4 months, you can be making $300,000, right?
Of course.
Per month. So it is, to me, is really smart the way you did it, which is not the usual way. I meet a lot of brands that are trying to grow e-commerce first, and then they go into wholesale, right? E-commerce being the most exponential way to grow, and people want the quick buck now, right? You were a lot more patient, and
Of
that
course.
puts you in a really good position to grow in e-commerce now.
And also being patient is that if, for example, Nordstrom comes and says, okay, we want Capittana, but we want like a small selection.
Right.
Like that's good enough because they give you brand awareness. So this is like an intangible thing you can't actually measure, which, okay, they do a buy for 50K and we are in their webpage and in some stores, but the effect it has on other people passing through Nordstrom.com or going through Nordstrom and seeing Capittana, it's a rebound effect.
Yeah.
That's super positive for me.
Social proof.
You know, it's at the end, we want to locate the brand in the most strategic places possible. If I receive an offer, and we've had of a store that doesn't align with what we're looking for, we have to say no. But if it's a store that aligns with what we're looking for and we really believe it can resonate with the brand, we say yes. It doesn't matter if the amount is small. We do have like an MOQ, but in some cases we know, okay, let's go for it. People are gonna see us there. They're gonna first buy there, and then they're gonna go to capittana.com and buy there.
Yeah.
So that's basically the side effect.
That puts you in a really good position for e-commerce. You know,
Exactly.
like I know you haven't explored that yet too much, but that social proof aspect,
We will very soon.
Yeah, we will. But when it comes to e-commerce, like you'll see, there's going to be a lot of exposure, right? With just a couple, like a small investment, you can get 100,000 people to see your whole customer journey, right? And then if they go through that customer journey you built, which that is the hard part, building social proof, building the, you know, as featured in Bloomingdale's, Revolve, all these really cool places, then it's a lot easier to sell against swimmer brands that have been there for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, and have never done anything like that because they're only investing in, you know, ad spend or only investing in, you know, whatever they think is going to give them the next like money in like short-term money. So having that funnel is going to really, really help. And I think it's really important to talk about social proof. I don't know if you guys did it on purpose, but you have insane amounts of social proof all over the customer journey. It's really crazy when you go to, you know, Instagram, all the tag pictures, the amount of engagement, the community, the behind the scenes, about us, the video, right? Everything is so well built to, you know, exactly the customer that you're selling, right? To this person that wants to feel as a Capittana, right?
Exactly. I think it's super important to build strong foundations for the brand. And after building super strong foundations, you just keep on building until you create this love brand, which is of course easily for me, like launching Capittana in the next year, going full on ads and getting one sale per customer, but not getting that returning customer.
Yeah.
So once you build like a solid, like mothership,
Yeah.
as we call it, that customer that bought once, I want to really like make her feel part of the family.
Yeah.
I want to really make her come back, ask questions, give feedback and everything. You know, I think that's like the lucky charm we have, I think.
Absolutely. And I think once you have that customer base that comes back, that means that you can spend more in acquiring customer, which your competition cannot.
Exactly.
So if you can spend $100 to acquire one customer because that customer is going to pay you 600 in the course of their lifetime, that means that, you know, the brand that's spending 80 and breaking even, they're not going to be able to scale.
Exactly.
While you will. And you will be able to reinvest, grow, and just keep growing.
To the moon.
Yeah. However, though, I do have a question.
Of course.
We can see Capittana right now with the followers, the sales, the social proof. But I want to understand for the people watching who are just starting out right now. How did you get your initial sales and how you get the ball moving?
Okay, so the story is as follows. Rafaela didn't like any swim she found in stores. So she actually went to a costurera, which is ¿cómo se dice costurera? So she basically didn't like any swim on the stores, and she decided to go ahead and make a swim by herself.
Yes.
And she did a couple. She took them that weekend to the beach, and like all of her friends were like, "Hey, where did you buy it?" And she's like, "I made it." And they're like, "You should do a swim brand."
Right.
That's how we started with Sereia, and then we
Transition to
Capittana. Yeah. So we started selling in multi-brand stores. So there were like 3 or 4 super popular stores in Lima. And we were like, "Hey, like we're Capittana. Do you want to test a product in your store? Is that okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course." They just get out like a chunk of your sale to give you like a rack and a wall, you know?
Makes sense.
We received very good sales like from the start. So we did 1 store, 2 stores, and 3 stores. And then we decided to have our own showroom, our own little showroom. And as soon as we opened it, this was 2016.
Okay. 8 years ago.
Yeah. 1 year after we launched, 2 years after we launched the brand. So, and it was like massive customers coming all day, and we were like, okay, this is what we need to do. This is a showroom. It wasn't located like in a centric spot.
Okay.
So then we migrated to a boutique in a centric spot.
Why were people starting to go there? Was it because of your products?
Because it's a destination brand. It was immediately a destination brand. It's like we're gonna go exclusively to buy Capittana there. Whereas you go to another store and you cross, hey, let's go to that store, and then so that meant a lot to us. After that, we rented a boutique store in a centric place, super cool. Then we got offered an insane deal by the best mall in Lima, and we opened the store there, which was actually our first flagship. And
why was it an insane deal?
It was an insane deal because it started it was I think September. Okay, they had this brand in a store which was gonna leave before Christmas, and they're like, "Hey, we love Capittana. Can you please do a pop-up in this store? A pop-up of, I think it was November, December, January, 3 months." And we were like, "Really? But we need to put some money in because we need to do this, we need to do that." We did a horrible store. The first one was really horrible. It was like an investment of 3K. We didn't have more money. And we got in, we got this pop-up store. They weren't charging rent. It was only commission based.
Oh, wow.
So it was 12% of all my sales.
Oh my God.
An insane deal.
Right.
And we were like, "Yeah, let's do it for 3 months." At the middle of January, they're like, "Bro, your sales have been so good. We want to offer you the place full time." And we were like, "Okay, so what's the deal now?" "No, now it's rent and a basic commission." And we were like, "No way. This part of the mall, that part of the mall is not like the best part of the mall. It's like the abandoned / new part."
Right.
So we were like, "Hey, we're not gonna have the same traffic as in La Nave Central. Please, considered it." And we negotiated, and the 12% commission base stayed. And no rent at all. So we made a very nice boutique store, and we're there like 5 years ago. Then we migrated to another flagship. So this was in another like cool mall. So we have 2 flagships and 1 boutique.
Yeah.
But our first sale in the US was in 2017 in this like Coconut Grove store of a friend. He was like really interested, and we started like seeing, okay, we sent it over some pieces. It sold, but not that much.
Right.
We just wanted to get the brand out there. And then we started investigating about the trade shows. And we actually got the Peruvian government to fund most of the trade shows, because they want to demonstrate that a Peruvian brand can be a global brand.
Oh, wow.
And right now we don't have a Peruvian brand that's a global brand. So we're like, why not? Like, we have very good raw materials. We had very, very good communication, very good content. Why not?
Right.
So we did an application, and then they funded like the first 3 fairs. And that's when actually the ball started rolling.
It seems like you're going to be the first brand from Peru.
Let's hope.
It's going to become global.
Let's hope. Yeah, actually, we are having a very, very good relationship with Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom. Actually, we have like a corner in Bloomingdale's Aventura, in Bloomingdale's Fifth Avenue, New York. Like, we're there. You can go. It's Is Capittana and all the displays. So we really want to build on that. Of course, like, margins in wholesale are less than our margins.com, but let's get the brand out there, and let's enable people to feel what is like to wear a Capittana, you know?
Right. All right.
Something very important I didn't mention in talking about this this brand philosophy, like strong brand philosophy. During pandemic in March, we had a lot of swim fabric in our independent talleres, in independent shops. So we decided that we should use the swim fabric to do protective face masks.
Yeah.
For COVID, okay? The only thing was that, of course, our face masks were gonna be much, much more expensive than the normal ones.
Right,
because we're talking about like a super good fabric, but they were like the most comfortable masks in the market. They were like 10x more of the normal mask, and that year the masks accounted for 20% of the total sales of Capittana in 2020, and we surpassed the sales of 2019 because of the masks.
Oh, wow.
The most important thing about all of this was that 95% of the people that bought the masks had never bought a Capittana before.
Wow.
And we're like, okay, this mask is $30 versus the normal mask that is $4, and 95% of the people that have bought it had never bought a Capittana before. Wait, actually the brand is much more powerful than only selling swim.
Yeah, swim.
And bikinis. And bikinis is one of the most complicated products to sell. Of course, because everybody's super different. Every taste is super different. It's not as easy as selling you a dress. Absolutely. You know, it's much easier. So we said, okay, I think we need to start expanding intelligent lines. We started with like summer dresses. We did ready to wears. We have an active wear line. We're doing accessories. So basically, from 2020, 2021, and today, we are a lifestyle brand that represents a one-stop shop for women. So we want women to go to Capittana and find everything they need for their trip or their weekend or their getaway.
Almost selling the vacation, right?
Exactly. I think that was like a very, very important factor in sales. We have recently seen like an insane bump last year at the end of last year, Q4. And I think that's because of big retailers in the US. I think the brand is getting out there more and more, but I do agree that being in the position we are, it's super necessary. We heavily invest time and resources in our marketing digital strategy.
Yeah.
I think we have everything we need to yell to like a los cuatro vientos, como se dice en Latinoamérica, that Capittana is here to stay and we have a product for you. You know, and I want to reach more people. I want to get more audience because I'm a truly believer that once you receive the Capittana, you'll automatically fall in love. So it's basically getting into the client's hands. And I think through e-commerce, through a good plan, the good like digital business plan, I think we can achieve that.
Yeah, I think a good funnel can do it for you.
Exactly.
You know, having a really good first impression ad on social media would bring so many people to the Capittana experience, I can call it. And this can scale very aggressively. You know, in the beginning, so it just like how you said it before, it's going to be all about fundamentals, right? And then it's all about scaling, doing exactly what worked, but better. And just through, you know, repetition and practice, I think you can scale really aggressively on social. Like you have all the content, you know, like the biggest issue I see with swimwear brands in today's age is the content. And you have unlimited content and you have the engagement. You have like all the proof. I think Capittana is in a really good position to scale in 2024. Why didn't you do this earlier?
I think because we are concentrating in doing very, very, very solid foundations. I think having 9 years and being where we are in an industry that complicated, I think it's admirable. I think it's like we're getting somewhere. But I do believe that if we don't construct it good basis, our ceiling would be like only here. But now with good basics and good foundations, like our ceiling is wherever we want. So it was more organically at the beginning. And now that we know until where we can get, I think now it changes, you know?
It's time to amplify.
Exactly.
Amplify all the...
And capitalize in all the opportunities we're having, you know? If
you were to do it again, how would you do it?
First of all, like starting and procrastinating later.
Yeah.
Figuring out in basically in which industry you can introduce a product or service that's necessary. You can maybe replicate an original business idea and just doing it better.
Yeah.
Like offering a better alternative. But I do believe that just starting is one of the most important parts. Trying to get some money in fast so you can start building on that. People procrastinate a little bit about if I should do it, if I should not do it. And everyone has ideas, okay? Everyone. Ideas are the 1% of the project. The other 99% is execution. So even though if your idea is amazing, if your idea is not valuable, just like go ahead, do it, register your LLC, like start doing it, and then you're gonna see along the way. But I think through action, you can like do whatever you want.
Capittana wasn't even called Capittana in the beginning.
Exactly.
It started scrappy.
Exactly.
And then
we figured it out along the way. And like the most motivating thing for me is when I want to do something and someone says,
no,
bro, ¿qué vas a hacer eso? like, what are you thinking? It's too difficult. Oh, it's super hard. How are you going to pull it off? And I'm like, you're going to see, I'm going to pull it off.
that fuels you.
You know, of course. Yeah, insane. Because like, in another very important thing is that everyone feels like every market is super saturated.
Yeah.
Like all the markets. No, yes, I'm going to do this. No, but you have 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. No, there's a lot of them. But actually, there was this thing that they taught me in school, like the first mover advantage. Yeah, that shit is gone.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist right now.
Yeah.
You know, I think when you come third, fourth, fifth with a better product and something totally different and that can help, basically help the customer, because what we're doing, Capittana, is helping the customer feel and look good. So I think once you have those things in mind, I think whatever, like you can do whatever you want.
Right. And it seems like, you know, both of us actually are in a very saturated industry. Like me being in marketing, you being in swimwear, like you just have to be better. Like just focus, put your head down, be better than others, and the rest will come.
Of course.
Period.
Yeah, agree.
Nothing else.
I mentioned your podcast pitch was amazing. You know?
Yeah.
I think I've received 5,000 mails of people like trying to convince me that they're gonna like push the ROAS 50x and get these followers and that. And I was super tired. Yeah. I received your email and it was super interesting. Your LinkedIn and your interviews super standed out. I automatically felt identified with someone, like finding someone that really cares of your vision and believes in your product and wants to take your product where it deserves to be. And yeah, I think that was amazing. I think now this is the second time I've met you.
Yeah.
I think super happy to start working together. I think that if we work in a smart way, communicating a lot and really giving out like thoughts about strategies and about how we can do things better, I think that's when we're going to reach success. And doing things better, and this is in a general perspective, doing things better is not like doing things better one day and then maybe like in 2 days, and that like doing something better is doing every day. So you wake up every day and you go after it every day. Even if it's a Sunday, going after it 30 minutes or 1 hour, that's every day. And that consistency at the end is what makes you stand out from others and 100%. Will eliminate your competition immediately.
Immediately, yeah. I couldn't agree more. And I feel like so many people out there, especially, you know, in the last year, I've met so many out there. They give up too early. Yeah. You know, they know what's required. They just give up too early. Exactly. You know, for this podcast, I know nothing about podcasts. You know, I know nothing. I just started, just like you said it, and I'm just gonna put the reps. And then I'm going to look back and see like if it worked or not, right? And I think with Capittana, I think it's in a way better position right now than most brands, but the fundamentals still apply, which is no shortcuts, no fancy tactics here and there, just the fundamentals and consistency. And that will get it up.
Correct.
You know, that would scale.
Correct.
I've seen it so many times. And I don't see why Capittana wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
But yeah, it seems like we're running out of time. So thanks a lot. Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I just super happy we had this chat. I hope we have this chat like in 10 months so we can tell the audience that we're already like in the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And super happy for everything. Super motivated and really looking forward.
Awesome. And what, just for the before and after transition, I would like you to say, what is the percentage that e-commerce sales represent in your business?
About 20%.
20%.
Globally.
So the next time we do this interview, we're going to say that number again, and we're going to see what is the effect. And hopefully it's a lot bigger than that.
I trust in you.
Yeah. All right, my friend.
Amazing.
I think that's it. Thanks a lot for taking me in your house. And yeah.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it. All right.